Hi guys, so I thought I'd share some more of the books that I got from a place here in Sydney called Reverse Garbage. They call themselves a creative reuse centre, and they take industrial discards and donations of all different types of things that they resell for you know, arts, crafts, that sort of thing. And I did show some vintage music paper in a previous video that I purchased that day. I only showed about 10 pieces, but I actually bought a whole stack. And I also bought some books and a few other things that I'll show in separate videos, because otherwise the video is too long. And I did get a few things that day. But if you didn't see the vintage music paper one, I'll pop the link in the description box below. And I'll also put the link to Reverse Garbage so that if you are in Sydney, go check them out. They're down at Marrickville, and it's a huge warehouse and you'll love it. I could spend hours in there. And every time you go there, there's different stuff. But they do have a book room, and their books are quite cheap. Every now and then they have a filler bag for $5, and they only do that maybe once or twice a year though. But individually their books are really cheap anyway, and you find some awesome stuff there. But this day I did also find these, and I'll show you them quickly. I bought 3. I've only got 2 here because one I've started pulling apart, but I bought 3 of these, and these are just music paper, but the pages are quite thick. And I like these ones because you can separate the pages easy and keep them, you know, double folds so that you can easily put them into a signature in a book. Because I like when my pages read the right way. I don't like them sideways. I mean, music paper is not too bad when it's sideways, I suppose, but this one's just good. I like it when it's, you know, double page, especially if I send it out to people in racks and everything, because I know they can use it a lot easier that way. But I got 3 of these. These were only like $1 each, so I got 3 of these. I don't think they're that old. They're from Sydney Grammar School. And I can't see a year. I'm sure it's here somewhere. I'm just too blind. But yeah, I don't think they're too old. They don't look old. But anyway, music paper always comes in handy. You can never have enough music paper. So I actually got 3 of those books. I was planning on doing some coffee dyed music paper packs for my Etsy shop when I get to it, because I do have a whole range of different music paper. So I've got 3 of those. I got this. Look at the name of it. Laboratory Manual for Basic Conversational French. I just thought it weird, laboratory manual. But anyway, I really liked this. It's got some writing in it that says 1975. And I think the book itself was 73. Yeah, so the book itself was 1973. So, not too old. Oh, I suppose it is old. I mean, I was born in 72. And I always say I'm old, so I suppose the book is old. Mind you, I was born in 72, but I'm still 35, and I've been 35 for a long time, and whenever I tell someone my age, I always say 35. I may not be able to get away with that anymore. I may need to up that to start saying 45 for the next 10 years, but look at this. It's got the writing still in it, which I love. So awesome. I can't read French, but I just thought the book itself was so So cool with the writing in it. Like that'll be really nice in a junk journal or as background for mixed media. So pretty. And whoever it was, their writing is really nice as well. But I love when I find books with people's handwriting and scribbles in it. Like, look at that. That's so awesome. Anyway, so I got that. And what else? Sorry, I'm showing you backwards. I picked this up. Wanda's new Rose book. It's like really sturdy. And it's got a plastic binding. In fact, I think that's just slipped into the cover at the back. Yeah, it is. So, oh, it comes out. Okay, so that can come out. Actually, that's good because I'll reuse the cover for bookboard as well. But the pictures in here were really gorgeous. It's from 1977. Sorry, I'm shuffling around all over the place. Let me zoom you down a little. So it's 1977 and it's instructions for painting roses. Look how cool that is. I should actually try that. I always want to paint flowers, but they always come out so grungy. But it's, I thought all the pictures in here were so pretty that they would look lovely in a junk journal. And aren't they gorgeous? And the pages are nice and thick as well. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And there were some little pictures that would make great tags, like little ones like that you can cut out individually. So gorgeous. See those little guys. Little teeny ones. I was thinking these I could cut out and make some little you know, like little art tiles or charms. But really, really gorgeous. Anyway, so I got that. What else? I'm saving my favourites to last. I got this. It's a pen paper sculpture book, Cromwell. And it says down here, contains a superb 25-inch model for you to build. But pages are quite big, so they're really wide. And this was from 1970. So again, not too old, but I got it because the pictures in here are beautiful. There's pictures of old documents, and I've started reading this, so this is one I'll read before I cut it up, because I find these type of books really interesting. Old pictures, Oliver Cromwell. But look at these, they're awesome, gorgeous pictures, little coins. So it's got a lot about the Civil War in here. Look at those old documents. I really love them. Imagine having the original of those. So beautiful. And these would make really nice little tags. It's got an old map here. And look at this. That is so, so gorgeous. I really want to photocopy this and you know, do the old stain and burn the edges like an old document. We used to always, I don't know why we'd burn the edges, but when we were young, you always had to, in year 3, do this assignment on pirates or something like that. I can't remember, but we always had to produce an old document, and we'd always burn the edges of the paper to make it look old. You know, kind of like a scroll type thing, but look at that. This is the original was 1657. Look at the writing, so gorgeous. But yeah, there's all these beautiful, beautiful old pictures. Anyway, so I got that. I really love this. My husband will probably read that as well. Got this. Easy ways to do Chinese painting. Not because I've got fabric everywhere still. Not because I want to learn how to do Chinese painting. I would love to be able to do it, but they make it look so easy, but it's one of those things that I think is so hard. But I got it because the pictures are just absolutely gorgeous. Even the writing, the title of this. Look at that little bird. So gorgeous. Look at that. I don't think this was very old either. Oh, wait, did it have a year? I'm not sure, but price $1, I'm sure. Look at the back cover. So beautiful. I would love to be able to paint like that. Anyway, this one I have already read, and the way it's written, it's like, oh, it's so easy, just do this, you know. But it's so hard. They make it sound so easy, but it's not at all. See, even this goldfish was painted with just 3 strokes, and they make it sound really, really easy, but it's not. And it if you read it, it's got really funny little stories, backstories. So this says, in Chinese painting, graduation of shades can be achieved in one single stroke as a result of a special technique of soaking colors, blah, 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 blah. And then it tells you how they soak the colors. And then when you read further in the book, it then says bamboo. So it's got proper instructions on one page, and then the next page it might have a little backstory. And for this one it says bamboo is in the Chinese concept signifies a perfect gentleman who is upright and humble and will not submit to force. It is a straight and hollow within. And it's got little backstories like that, and some of them are quite funny. Like the way it's written, it's so direct. But anyway, someone must have been doing some tracing in here. I love when you find other little bits of papers in books that someone's worked on. But look at that, isn't that beautiful? Imagine that in a botanical journal. All these little watercolours and little birds. Oops, let's put that back in. But anyway, so pretty. Can't see here. I think I'm blind. I'm sure it's there somewhere, but it doesn't matter the year. Look, isn't that just so gorgeous? I really love this one. So I got that, and the last one, this is my favorite. This is an antique dealer's fair. You know, the catalogue. So this one, 1938. And it's in really good nick, other than the spine of the book, the cardboard from the cover. You know, normally it's stuck up against the spine, but it's come open like that. But otherwise, it's in awesome nick for 1938. And look at that. It's so gorgeous. Sorry, it looks glary on camera because of my light. It is a slightly gloss finished paper, but it's not as shiny as it looks on camera. But list of exhibitors. This is the plan, the seating arrangements. Not the seating arrangements, the little stands for the exhibits. And this is what I love. This is one, I don't know if I could pull this apart. Sometimes if I hold on to it long enough, I can eventually pull it apart. But I've started reading this one as well. And it's really interesting because they tell you about the pieces. And some are from the 1600s. And some of them they thought were lost over time. And they've, you know, popped up somewhere. And I love those stories. But yeah, it's look at the old furniture. I really love it. Ooh, chandelier. I love pulling apart chandeliers. But yeah, it's just full of all of these awesome old furniture and porcelain, and look at that. Imagine that full of old books. So beautiful. And £1 shilling. I like how in the back it's got some old ads. Look at the advertisements. I was discussing this, Paul. We were talking about old advertisements a week or two ago, and this is what I was talking about. Just how they're very plain, to the point, tells you exactly what you need to know and nothing more. But and this one said yeah, giving good service for over 100 years, and that was from 1815 to 1938. I wonder if they're still around. It would be a shame if they weren't, but I wonder if it's been a business handed down, you know, father to son or daughter or something. But it's so gorgeous. I really love the pictures in there. And that was my favourite out of the whole bunch. But anyway, I thought I would share those with you. And what I was thinking as well, I know a lot of these are still copyrighted, but I could photocopy some just to send out, you know, in racks or Happy Mail, because some of these pictures are really beautiful. And this is awesome. I love finding stuff with writing. But anyway, this is it wasn't all that I got. I also found 2 really old ledgers. Well, when I say really old, old I never find ones that old. I found one, I think it's got 1917. An old shares register with a beautiful old handwriting, and I found two, but one of them dates back to 1917, and they're gorgeous, gorgeous. But I'll show those on a separate video, because those are ones that I really would like to scan, because I don't think I could pull apart the originals at all. But I thought I'd share these with you, and I'll show the old ledgers in another video and a few other little odd pods. But if you are in Sydney, try and get down to Reverse Garbage. They have the most amazing stuff. You never ever know what you're going to find there. It's always something different. Last month they had this huge pile of 1960s embroidery fabric and trims for lounges or couches, sofas, and they were that like dark brown and dark orange and yellow and mustard color, and they were really thick and woolen, and they were awesome, and I was so tempted to buy them, but they were selling them by the card rather than by the meter, and they were asking a bit for the cards. But it depends. Sometimes you can find stuff really cheap. Sometimes some stuff is overpriced, I think. But really gorgeous old trims and embroidery. You know, it's stuff like that. It's kind of hard to find here where I live in Sydney. And so when you do find it, you kind of have to grab it. A lot of our op shops now, they don't, it's really hard to find things like old ledgers and stuff like that. They just don't sell them anymore. I don't know if people just aren't donating them to charity, or charity think, oh, what would someone want with this old book, and they chuck it out. But yeah, if you're in Sydney, head down there. I'll put the link in the description box below. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.